Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com.
Yeah, baby! Come on now. You know what today is, Jabes.
What is it?
Yes, baby. Football's back.
Wow.
Football's back,
yes,
baby.
Yes.
Come on, dude.
I am so excited.
Yes, so very, very excited. What's going on, Jabes? You look perturbed.
Oh, no, I just look.
Look what? You look a little dark?
Oh, whatever.
Let's fix it live during the show. Let's do it. Well, yeah, we'll go to the wide. We'll move the cameras up. Jack them up, dude. There you go. We can do things live on the fly now. Josh Harkis is back with us today. Yeah, dude.
Josh, wheeling and dealing.
Our boy, dude.
Getting
Josh
shit
Harkis.
done.
In case you haven't met Josh or you've been on the road with us, dude, Josh did a lot of our live shows with us. One of our B-fries in this life. He is in Austin, Texas. We're trying to convince him to stay, live here forever, and produce the show.
Right.
So we'll see.
Right.
We'll see what happens. You came on a nice day. It's like 67 here, which is
Gorge.
beautiful today.
Beautiful.
Forget the other 23 days that it was 100 degrees plus. Today is beautiful.
Shush. You want him to hang out?
Yeah.
I mean, let's not. Do you know what I mean? It's gorgeous here every day.
He knows it. He was in Miami, for Christ's sakes. Nothing is hotter than Miami. Nothing is hotter than Miami. I can promise you that, Jabes. You look great. Football is back, and look what we're doing here. No, we're going here, baby. We're popping a little White Claw at noon. Look, when you're in your 30s, you're only drinking White Claws these days. Let's face it. You can't have beers anymore. You can't have fun. You can still do hard drugs if you're doing them responsibly, but you definitely cannot have Bud Heavies on the show.
Sure.
So it's a White Claw day for me in celebration that the NFL is back, baby. It's your least favorite day of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
It was a good run. It was the best thing to come out of this entire pandemic.
Yeah. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Oh,
you know?
I had off-season husband, which is a completely different person. Night and day. Night and day. You actually said, like, what's going on this weekend? During the season,
Sure.
I am basically told what you are doing for the weekend.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right. Why is Denise Richards off of Real Housewives?
Yeah, you actually asked me that question, and I didn't. I was so caught off guard that I couldn't tell you bravo.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know.
Bravo.
Yeah,
Bravo.
I'm happy for you.
Oh, and I love that for you.
No, and
I love it for you. I will say this. So Jessie was in North Kakalaki, as she always calls it. By the way, that's her phrase, not mine.
Nope, I hate it. I tell you. Every day.
She was in the Kakalaks.
I was in North Carolina, yeah.
She comes home a little tired, long journey on a flight. And you walk into the bathroom, and there I am in the shower, and you look at me, and you go, "Are you on your fucking phone in the shower, bro?"
He was on his phone in the shower.
Doing a fantasy football draft for the NFL.
I said, "What are you doing? Give me your phone." Cowering in the corner. No, don't take it. I have to finish.
So me and one of my B-fries, he's been on the show a couple times, Brandon Bonfiglio, was helping Brandon with his draft, and it was important. Obviously, we do a ton of them in Drinkin Bros Sports. I probably do like 7 or 8 a year, so I'm the messiah. I typically win half the leagues every year. Like, I'm that great. The only reason you're going to beat me is if I get injuries, obviously. And it has begun, Jabes. It has begun, and I was in the shower with my phone, and I apologize. It's the only thing that Steve Jobs ever did right, was make that fucking thing waterproof.
I mean,
you know?
Okay.
The rest of his whole shit, it's like, what was Steve Jobs, dude? You know what I'm saying? What was Steve Jobs in this life?
What did Steve Jobs do?
Yeah. Did nothing.
Gosh, yeah.
Zero. I could give a shit about this computer. Burn it, Josh. Phones, worthless. This thing's a piece of garbage. The only thing that it's ever been great for, this $1,500 phone, is storage, so I could have 500 gigabytes of photos and videos for production. And it was waterproof, so I could stick it in the shower and do the NFL fantasy football draft, baby.
I don't know. There's a couple things about the iPhone I find fascinating.
Such as?
You could buy and sell a home all from your phone.
Sort of. Unless you need a notary. Nailed it. Boom. Come on, baby. We're backing up the horse. We're riding on the horse. We're living our best life. Our horse life. Jabes, I don't think the iPhone is necessary. I think the guy who created the Razor should be celebrated and praised like he should. And I hate to go Moby on you this early in the show, but we do need to praise him like he should. And again, kids, if you ever see the big guy with a razor sitting next to him off to the right, you know that I have fuck you money and I don't care about the world anymore. I've gone full Rogan and I just don't care anymore. I'm going to do what I want, and that's it. I answer to no one except for a Razor phone and maybe a house phone. Mm-hmm. Maybe a house phone. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think a house phone would start to be appropriate, where it's like, I have friends, right? I probably have 10 to 15 tops in this life that I would consider like true down homies, right? Day one homies. Probably, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
Not probably.
Oh, probably. Either way. James, who you correcting? Man, I'm asking you a question. You're correcting me.
Especially
today.
when probably we just stop. Not today.
Especially today.
Don't do it especially today, please.
So, at 10 to 15 friends on my cell phone, we can knock it down to about 3 or 4 who would have the house phone number. Therefore, I would never be bothered. Never. Mm-hmm. And that would be rad. Like, if the house phone rings, you're like, oh, shit. It's either one of two things, a Democratic presidential survey, or it's my mom.
Right.
You know? That's about it.
Samesies, right?
Yeah.
She's giving you some kind of survey about politics.
Well, look, let's face it. We're all trying to give each other surveys here because nobody believes anything that's going on right now.
Right.
No one. There's a new book that is coming out from Bob Woodward. Woodward, you remember him?
Oh, I was a huge Woodhead, dude. Who doesn't know Bob Woodward? Is it Bob Woodward?
No.
What was it?
No.
What was the name?
It's Bob Woodward. Actually.
Oh, Bob. Yeah. Oh, avid Woodhead. So what did, just refresh real quick. So what did he?
Woodward and Bernstein.
For the audience, obviously.
Yeah, Woodward and Bernstein obviously cracked open Watergate and got Nixon out of the White House.
Right.
So he's popped back up during the Trump presidency. I thought he was dead, full disclosure. So you're not the only dummy in this family. It's me too. I thought he was dead. But about a year ago, he published a book. It exploded. It made $1 gajillion. So obviously he's releasing one right before the election now. And he's back and he's like, oh, man, these are stories that I heard inside the White House and things are crazy and blah, blah, blah,
From
blah, blah.
the Nixon administration?
Yes.
Look, I'm good on that.
Same. But apparently the appetite for him is not. The last book sold 1 million copies. I mean, it was fucking crazy. One of the headlines in this is he has tapes because he interviewed Trump. Like, Bob Woodward used to be a respected journalist, obviously. I mean, he broke arguably one of the biggest stories of all time in American history with Watergate. He was a respected journalist. Trump had sat down with him, and Trump has done interviews with him before out of respect of who he used to be.
Right.
Now, there is these tapes, these Trump tapes that everybody's like, oh, man, the tapes with Woodward are out, his interviews. And to me, people are making a big deal about it. They're like, Trump knew about the virus and how deadly it was or whatever. I would really love for somebody like you to listen to these tapes, to be honest with you. I listen to them. To me,
And what do you mean by somebody like me?
this is what you've been preaching forever on this show since day one with the aliens, right? That there is certain things you should not tell people because it would freak them out and they would cause them to go fucking crazy, right?
Yes. The common denominator of most people is very dumb.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
I'll put myself in there.
Sure.
It would be too much.
Yeah.
It's too much for a lot of people to handle, and they wouldn't, as nobody does, they wouldn't read the full report, right?
Yeah.
They'd get a headline and freak the fuck out.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we just can't handle it, our tiny brains.
Exactly. And so he had a very honest, genuine conversation. And like, at this point, if you're Trump, he's going to get taped by everybody at this point. And I feel bad because he can't have an honest, real conversation with anyone. I listen to these tapes. He's as cool and off the cuff as like, again, I always say it is the best dad at Father's Weekend at a college where it's just like, oh man, he seems like a genuine, real funny dude. And like, he'll just tell you the real shit when you talk to him, you know?
Yeah.
Ask him a question about anything, he'll answer it.
Is he going to fuck your college girlfriend?
Probably. Yeah, probably. And then you and your dad have something in common.
Look, fun,
Yeah.
right? Fun-loving guy.
You're not only father-son, you're Eskimo brothers, baby. Hammer the like button if you're watching on YouTube. And the biggest thing with that is he was having a conversation with Woodward the same way, where he was talking about the virus and everything, and he was just like, look, man, yeah, we think it could be potentially more deadly than the flu. And he's like, I've been talking to Shinzo. That's a guess at whatever the president's name of Japan is. Josh, what do you think I am? Is it Shinzo on that one for president of Japan? I think it's Shinzo. Yeah. So with that, like, he was having a conversation. He's like, look, man, we think it's kind of bad over here, but we don't really know, whatever. And Trump's like, look, we can't come out and tell the American people how bad it is because we don't really know yet, and we don't want to freak anybody out and businesses and all this other stuff. And like, to me, it was an honest, genuine conversation that any president, anyone, Democrat or Republican, would probably have with someone else and be like, man, we don't really know. So therefore, if we don't really know, let's not freak everybody out, but we think it's going to be bad, but we don't really know.
Right. That's why we had to do things in these phases.
Yep.
And they had to give us these weird milestones that they knew 100% would not be the end of it, right?
Right.
But our tiny brains can't handle if they said it's going to go until January of next year. Literally everyone's head would explode. So they go, phase 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just go one more month.
Yes.
Get through it. Just get through that. Now, guess what? It's going to be another 30 days, but hang in there. It's only 30. Cut to how many days are we in now?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We're
To
6
where
months
we
into
thought
this thing.
at the time when they told us just 30 days, just stay in for 30 days. It's broken up into scientifically broken up into amounts of time that our little dumb brains can handle.
Yes.
Them knowing full well that it's not going to be until next year.
Right.
But
So
that's
in this,
with everything.
Yes, and in this conversation, that's essentially what he was saying, right? Throughout the whole thing, and like to me, I did not find it odd. I did not find it bad. I don't want somebody to come out and panic immediately and say, we're all going to die, shut everything down. Like, I don't want that. I want a measured approach where it's like, dude, we don't really know what this is right now. Let's kind of figure it out, but let's not freak everybody out and blah, 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 right? To me, these tapes aren't a big deal, right?
Right.
But because of what is going on, and we're less than 60 days out from the election at this point, they're going to blow up everything. He's going to drop this book right before the election, and they're like, "Oh, it's going to turn the election." No, it's not. First of all, it's not going to turn the election. Second of all, there has been a lot of people that said, "All right, hey man, you've been sitting on these tapes since February, end of February, beginning of March, is when he recorded this interview with Trump, right?"
Right.
Why didn't, if you thought it was so bad for the American people, right? And because you're claiming Trump knew that it was bad, then that would mean you knew it was bad. As a journalist, how morally corrupt do you have to be to withhold that footage and or info from the American public and only use it to sell a fucking book 6 months later? Could you have been the one that prevented deaths? Now, me personally, no, I don't think like that. I really don't. So Him going out and saying, "Oh my God, I just had this interview with Trump." But on both sides of this, I think they got it correct. But Woodward himself, like, if you're going to go out and say that Trump knew and it was a piece of shit, you fucking knew then, too. And as a journalist, a responsible journalist, you should have came out and said something if you thought it was a big deal. Clearly, you did not.
We don't know if he did or didn't, right?
Who?
Woodward came out and
he talked to Trump. It's the same
But
tapes
did he come out in any way?
No.
Wrote anything? Okay.
He just waited until this release of his book. Now he's coming out saying, I have these tapes and you can read all about them in my book. And it was like, oh, cool. So you were so worried about this virus and everybody else is worried about this virus. You were willing to let everybody fucking die then? If you were like, it's all bullshit. And
I have the cure and it's in my book.
Coming out. You can see that when it comes out now, and I've known about it for 6 months. But I'm going to wait for my book to come out, and it's like, it's a crock of shit. The book will go number one. It will sell a bunch of copies. The number one last week was Michael Cohen. If you write anything against Trump right now, it is number one. You're going to make a fuck ton of money if you even farted near him. And it's going to be like, oh, man, the day it stunk, the day America stunk. And it was like, oh, what did you do? Man, I was in a fucking pool hall, and Trump farted near me, and it just... Man, there was something foul about it. I knew he was going to be a terrible president.
Right.
Number one bestseller. Apparently, liberals will eat this shit up, literally. Because to me, all of this is like a non-story. Real story is still the Big Ten, man. And I can promise you that. If football does not come back, all of those swing states are there will flip. That is the story everybody should be focusing on. Not somebody's book. I don't give a shit about this. And his excerpt today was, oh, this is graver than Watergate. Is it? You did Watergate. So if it was, you would have said it 6 months ago.
Woodward's always been chasing that Watergate.
Jesus Christ.
He's been chasing that Watergate dragon, dude. He really needs another one.
Yeah, you peaked in 70 fucking 4, bro. So what are we doing? What are we doing 40 years later?
Who's the president of Japan, Josh?
Is it Shinzo?
Shinzo, right?
Shinzo. Yeah, all right.
Prime Minister Abe or something?
Abe. What's that?
Resigned this last month.
Yeah, Abe Shinzo.
After since 2012, right?
Yeah. Look, that's a long time. A lot of pressure over in Japan and China. You make the wrong move, you get killed.
Not so much Japan.
Yeah. You saw that doc, Jiro Dreams of Sushi, and the twist at the end really got you. And
for those of you that don't know, Ross's shining prank, which I hate a prank.
I'm not a prank guy.
Don't ever fucking pull a prank on me. You're dumb. No one likes it. That's not funny. I'm trying to teach my son that right now.
It's not funny.
You will be annoying.
Yep.
If you play pranks on people. You will not be invited anywhere. No one likes it. George Clooney, Brad Pitt, guess what?
Yeah.
Everyone was like, oh, wow, George.
Oof.
Hilarious. You put the inseam on my pants in 1 inch.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Cost the production millions. That George, right?
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff. Anyways, we were in our apartment in North Carolina. We had just moved there on an air mattress. We had a laptop like this set up weirdly, like watching it kind of weirdly. I put on Euro Dreams of Sushi, not sure why.
It's a doc on Netflix.
It's a documentary, and I'll pretty much check out any doc at this point. I'm a doc head.
Yeah. God. A doc head.
Anyways, you go to sleep, you're like, dude, I'm like so tired. And you're like, dude, you have to watch the end. Some crazy shit happens at the end.
It's a crazy twist.
It's the craziest twist of all time. And I'm like, what? And you turn over and go to sleep. And I stay up and watch the whole thing.
2 hours.
Nothing.
It's an old
Literally
man making sushi.
The end, he closes the door to his sushi shop, goes home to start another day. I mean, it was like literally the most boring, quiet ASMR Japanese documentary of all time.
Horrific.
And I laughed my ass off when it ended. And you didn't get to see it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't get a prank that you don't get to be there for the payoff.
I do it all the time.
You love that?
Yeah.
I need to see the reaction personally. But gosh, and you were passed out. And I just looked over and was like, you motherfucker.
Champion. By the way,
Champ.
let's change Doc Head to Doc Star. I think Doc Star, dude. You are a
Doc
Doc
Star?
Star, yeah. Yeah. You really love every doc, dude. You're a Doc Star. You're the go-to for docs.
Oh, yeah.
If there was a podcast just about docs, Doc Stars, dude.
Josh, write it down. Write it down, Josh.
Write it down, Josh. If you just did one a week on because you watch like 6 a week.
I watch every one.
Yeah, you watch every one.
Every single one. I even have gone to Amazon Prime Video.
Whoa.
And watched all those PBS bullshits.
Yeah.
I've watched The House of Windsor.
You're a Doc Star.
Every episode. Yeah, I'm a Doc Star.
You're a Doc Star.
If you have any
I'll
questions,
hit up Jabe. She won't answer you on social media. But
no, I won't. I will not. But if I see you in person ever, I will have a conversation with you about anything at any time.
Speaking of conversation, what God?
I'm just the opposite. Like the DMs, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
But if I see you in person, that's when we can really chop it up.
Talk your ear off, dude, in person.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
It's great. You're a man of the people, woman of the people.
Anyways.
Doc Star. Speaking of conversations, Killer Mike is the subject of criticism after meeting with Georgia Governor Brian Kemp yesterday. And this one I'm soups pissed off about. Killer Mike, first of all, is brilliant. And one of the
more ways than one.
Yeah. Not only is he one half of Run the Jewels, which to me, still album of the year. Love that Run the Jewels album this year. But he was also the voice of reason in Atlanta when they started burning down the city during the BLM movement, which is like, this is our own shit. These are our own businesses. Stop doing this. This is my city. This is our city. Stop doing this. People are pissed that he met with Republican Governor Brian Kemp to actually talk about the community and Black Lives Matter and everything else. Because they're like, oh, why would you meet with him? You're a fucking sellout. You're an Uncle Tom. He's getting raked through the coals. Here's why this angers me. If you want anything changed, anything at all, for your cause or any cause, you have got to sit down with your government officials. Not only do I give Killer Mike credit, I also give Governor Brian Kemp credit. He does not have to sit down with the rapper Killer Mike
people
throughout
are
his
trying.
day. Yes, people are trying. So
some people are trying. So let them take yes for an answer, right?
What are you marching for if you're not going to have a conversation after people are willing to listen to get things changed? This is going to stop making prominent black figures want to go in and talk to government officials if all you're going to do is shit on him online. It makes no sense. Killer Mike is one of the most intelligent dudes on the planet as well. And it's like, dude, if there is one guy that is able to speak for his community and sit down with a government official and have an open, honest, genuine conversation today, for my money, it is Killer Mike. I don't understand this. It's the same thing with Kim Kardashian. We've railed on the Kardashians for years and years and years, right? Once she went to the White House and said, look, man, I might not agree with your fucking politics, but I want to start freeing people from jail that I think are wrongly accused. It is impossible for me to hate Kim Kardashian anymore. It is, because she's actually trying to make a difference. Same with Killer Mike. This stupid shit has got to end if you want change. If not, if you want to go out and burn shit and break shit and then, grab a fucking sweet pair of retro Air Max 95s. Awesome, man. Go throw a fucking trash can through a window. Don't do anything for your community. Sit on Twitter and bitch about the world. Or, I don't know, just off the top of my head, do exactly what Killer Mike's doing and try to meet with government officials to make actual change. I don't understand this, man. And when I woke up to this story, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? There is an account. So again, Twitter puts whatever accounts they want at the top, right? And it'll say top, latest, people, photos, videos. Top means it's important. Somebody important is saying something. There's a black girl named, her handle is Joulezy, Jouelzy. Now, Killer Mike is trending number 4 in America right now. She is the top fucking voice for Twitter. That Twitter has deemed this person's important, and this is the person that's speaking for Twitter. Her handle, by the way, was that Jewel Easy, but you can put a name next to it. So the name next to it is "Abolish the Police, Nothing Less!" ! Now her quote that is number 1 on Twitter, if you search Killer Mike, is Killer Mike attempting to brand himself as the reasonable Negro by meeting with a white man who stole an election from a black woman, then denied the impact of COVID. Very reasonable. Mm-hmm. What? What are you saying to your community? What are you saying on Twitter? And what the fuck are you doing in real life to actually make a change? I actually wrote back to her and said that exact thing this morning. Because that has been, when I woke up, that was the top tweet for Killer Mike. And when we came into work, there was about 3 hours. Still number 1, laptop, mobile phone, 2 different fucking avenues here. This is still the number 1 thing here. First of all, the black woman that she said stole the election and got denied, she got beat. It was Stacey Abrams. She flat out got beat. She lost by like 4 points, and they called for a revote. So not only did she lose the first time, she lost again when they called for the revote. So if you're gonna say shit like this, do some research, do some fucking studying, but before talking about Killer Mike and how he's the reasonable Negro, like. That's the shittiest thing I've ever heard, man. Like, one of the most intelligent black men in America, and like, this is what you want to say about Killer Mike, reaching out to the community and reaching out to your government officials to try to make his own community better? Fuck you. And fuck all the people that are on here right now saying shit like this. Like, this is the only way you can make actual change. The rest of it is just Twitter and nonsense. This is a fucking tweet that everyone will forget about in an hour. No one will fucking care except for let's see how many people have retweeted this or liked it. 2,500 people already for this fucking no-name girl that is number 1 on Twitter. 2,500, because now you're giving her a voice. This fucking idiot, you're giving a voice, and that's all people are seeing when they go and read it, of like, oh man, I wonder what Killer Mike's doing. I got to read about some girl who's a fucking moron who has no idea what happens in any elections, yet I can guarantee you has never left the house or even bothered to go to the fucking governor's mansion to try to sit down with him. But Killer Mike did. Killer Mike got on CNN the day it was happening. What the fuck did you do besides send out this meaningless fucking tweet that makes your own community look like shit? I hate it, man. I hate it. And the reason why I wanted to talk about it today, kudos to Killer Mike, man. You have to cut through the noise and the bullshit if you want to get actual change to happen in your neighborhoods and communities. And to me, man, I think this is a huge step. And I think everybody else should try to get the same meetings if they can. It takes someone like Killer Mike to actually get these meetings. And that's the only way you're going to
You're protesting outside attorney generals' houses and governors' houses, mayors' houses. This person is getting inside. Like, yeah. Are you just saying that you have to stay outside the house? But do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, let's just say like the Breonna Taylor thing. They're outside the actual government official's house yelling, saying, sorry to the neighbors, this is going to go on until we get some change. This person actually was able to get inside the house and have a conversation. And
that's the thing. Why are you showing up at the houses in the first place?
On behalf of you.
Yes. If you don't want to have a conversation. You showing up to the house to say, I know where you live, and just screaming at them does nothing. One would think the overall goal would be to show up at the house and have a meaningful conversation with whatever government official it is. Are they going to come out of the house? Probably not. There's 4,000 motherfuckers out in the street.
But let's find out what they talked about, what change is going to come from it before you get pissed about it, right?
Yeah.
Like, let's say the Kim thing. They were so pissed that she was in Trump's office, right?
Yeah.
So pissed until they saw what happened from that meeting.
That meeting freed Alice Johnson.
Then people were kind of shut up about it, right?
Yeah.
So let's just see before we start getting mad at people for taking meetings. Look, if nothing happens and they just tried to placate him and pander and say, yeah, sure, buddy, and not make any change, then we can be pissed, right?
I can promise you this. Killer Mike does not pander to anyone. Ever. Right. He doesn't do it. If he's not showing up to have a fucking serious conversation, he is out of there. I can promise you that. He was at the Super Bowl thing that we did a couple years ago, and it was just like, Dude, he is for the city of Atlanta, his own people, his own community. That is all that guy gives a fuck about.
And he's so intelligent. Let's just say the Doc Star back again.
Yeah.
So trigger warning with Killer Mike. He's so thoughtful and so subtle in his approach of just trying to show people what it is like to be black in America.
Yeah.
Without it making people feel, uncomfortable or yelled at or ridiculed. Like the first episode called Living Black, I remember, the one thing he did, he was like, I'm going to spend 2 days or something, a couple days. I can only eat, shop, stay at black owned businesses.
Yeah.
That have like any inventory, whatever, also coming from black. So if he went to a restaurant, he had to be like, oh, where did you get this from? Oh shit, that's like, there's no black farmers, so I can't actually eat this because it came from, right?
Right.
And he ended up not being able to. It was such a powerful message to be like, I literally am sleeping on a bench and I'm not eating anything because there's no really all the way from the top down black owned businesses and enterprises, right? So that image is very powerful without being accusatory or making people feel bad or being like yelling at you. It really is like that was powerful because it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
You're right. Like until things change enough that they can get into a position where you can go, if you wanted to a restaurant where farm to table, let's say, from the farm to the table to whatever people working there is all black.
Right.
Hard to find.
Yeah. Yeah. And
that's interesting, right?
Yeah.
It's provocative in a way that you're like, okay, I get that.
Yeah.
And I even though you do get it, and you always get that it is harder to be black in America, that is a powerful message. And this is the kind of stuff that he does.
Yes,
so
all the time. He does it all the time.
Don't think that he's going in there to be like, hey, man, what do you think we should do?
Yeah. Yeah, man. So when I woke up to that, man, I was disappointed. And it's like, shit, dude, get your fucking life together. Get your goddamn life together before you tweet shit like that. Like, for real. Or talk to Killer Mike about it. Say, hey, man, how did the conversation go? Or wait for him to get out of there. Don't look at a picture online and then try to guess what happened. By the way, peak 2020, I'm going to say it every day. James said it yesterday. I'm going to say it every day until December 31st at 11:59 p.m. We have reached it again yet today. I can't believe that I'm going to say this out loud. You don't know what I'm going to say right now. And when I do, you're going to say, what? No. A trailer dropped for a new horror film that is a body-switching horror film, a la Freaky Friday.
Wasn't a horror film, but carry on.
Right. This one is going to be, right? So imagine if Freaky Friday was a horror film where you swap bodies with somebody and then became a serial killer. Hard to wrap your mind around that, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, the second one is the lead is Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn? What are you doing, man?
Hang on. The trailer looks amazing.
Yeah, I saw.
And it's Blum. It's Blum. It's Jason Blum. It's Blumhouse.
I saw a movie last night that the trailer looked amazing. I don't fucking trust it anymore.
Tell the audience what we watched last night because, James was pissed.
We watched the Charlie Kaufman.
Yes.
I'm Thinking of Ending Things on Netflix. Looked amazing. One of the best trailers I've seen. Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, adaptation, finding John Malkovich, right? Becoming being John Malkovich, whatever. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gosh. And I did smoke a lot of weed, but still.
Yeah. We were all in.
All in.
It was about a 2 hour and 15-minute movie. For 2 hours, we were all in, and then
amazing.
And then it all fell apart.
So subtle. The script was so weird.
Yeah, man.
So great. The actors are amazing.
Yep.
The whole feeling. And then it went on about, what do you reckon, 40 minutes too long.
Yeesh.
Anyways.
Look, I was fine with how it went along, right? I thought it was going to be like a serial killer, like a thriller type of deal where it was like, all right, he's going to end up murdering this girl. Nope, not at all.
No, I thought it was going to be, and he likes to do weird stuff with time, right? This idea that time is this circular thing and it all like, it's not a timeline and everything can kind of be woven together in this weird way. And I was loving that. Was the old guy him? You know, look, I'm not going to, there's
Sunshine
no.
of the Spotless Mind. Like we love
Right.
these movies. Yeah.
Right. Comments on the world
Yep.
and feelings and relationships and all of this. He's really, really good at it. Anyways, I would say
You were so pissed. I was pissed
so
too.
pissed.
The last 15 to 20 minutes of this movie were like, oh, hey, I forgot about the movie I was making. Here's this. And it's going to be interpretive dance. I don't give a shit that I'm spoiling the ending. I'm spoiling the ending to help you.
There's no way to spoil the ending.
Save 2 hours and 15 minutes of your life.
There is no ending.
It's just interpretive dance at the end. No lie. Do not watch this under any save your life, dude. If you want though, turn it off at the 1 hour 50 minute mark and you'll be like, holy shit, that was a great movie.
That was a trip.
Whatever
dude.
you think happened at the end, let that be your memory. The last 25 minutes of it was Charlie Kaufman just masturbating all over my face, my wife's face. And I don't understand what the fuck happened there or why no one stepped in. But I think it was an independent film. Here's my guess. It was an independent film. It was supposed to come out in theaters, and then it didn't, and because of COVID. And so Netflix ended up saving the day again, buying it. And then they put it out, and then it's hallelujah. Hallelujah, Jabes.
It looked like some of the stuff was filmed post-COVID world because in the scene at the end, like the play scene, all those people were digital. Like all those people were green screened in. And I know that's what they have to do now if they want to do big crowd scenes. So I was like, okay, that must have been shot after. Look, it doesn't matter. There's no point in even talking about it.
No, there's
but
not.
the trailer, watch the trailer. Don't watch the movie.
The first hour and 45 minutes of it. I want to give a shout out to this girl, man. Jessie Buckley is her name, who is the lead actress in that.
Fucking amazing.
If that movie had an ending and they were letting white people win awards now, she would win for Best Actress. She was incredible across the board. She would have been Best Actress had that movie had an ending and if they were allowed to have white people win shit anymore. She would have won the Best Oscar for actress.
Absolutely.
She was incredible. And I've never heard of this person. She was so good that I was like, oh, I know who that is. Don't.
She like Downton Abbey, I think, type of gal.
You know, I'm looking at her
those.
now. She was in Fargo, the last Fargo, but I don't watch it. She was in Chernobyl's. That's right. Shit.
Fucking A. She was the pregnant girl in
yeah,
Chernobyl.
dude. Chernobyl. Now we're big Chernobyl fans up in this piece.
Chernobyl. I need to read a couple.
War and Peace. Yeah, she's done some shit, but not that famous, and she knocked it out of the park. And even her character name, I watched the character name at the end of this. It just said young woman.
Yeah, because remember her name kept changing?
Yeah.
What a trip. We need to read some Giorgio money.
Oh, that's right.
Money's right now. So $2 for Ross to get history lessons, whatever. I think it was about the Japan prime minister. Who knows that shit? Come on, Craig.
Who said that?
Sean Rowe.
Sean Rowe.
You know Sean Rowe.
You betrayed me, Sean.
North Carolina, bro.
Shinjo. Whatever, dude.
Craig.
What did Craigers
Something
say?
said, unless you're me, Jables does answer me from time to time. That's true, Craig, because you always say I look good, and you guys know how to get your comments read. You say that I look good.
You look hot, James.
Leaf jersey is mine, Ross. What's Leaf jersey? Is that Canadian?
Oh, no.
Something?
So we have in our fantasy football league, one of the giveaways is the Ryan Leaf jersey.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it's that.
Jables, DC Cherry, Jables for first Latino first lady.
There we go.
Used to be. That would have been true. Correction, Jables is our first female president, and Ross is our best and favorite first lady.
I say this,
and he'll take that for sure.
I say this all the time to Jessie. If she gets picked off by like the Today Show or whatever it is, I will become Mr. Wiseman, and I'll be happy to never work again, and that's it. And be like, let her go to work and do her thing.
Can you imagine the
do it in a
Today
second.
Show watching this fucking shit and going, that girl, gosh, she's just so wholesome.
James.
I think she could keep the foul language to a
real minimum. Yeah.
A real minimum.
She gets in the morning with Al Roker, who's just freshly sharded himself.
I'll tell him every day to go home.
Yeah.
I will tell him every day that it has been enough. You have worked enough. You are good, my friend. I would throw a retirement party for him every day. He won't do it. But I will throw, Al, and I'd bring a cake out. He's leaving. And he's like, I'm not leaving. I'm like, okay.
So fucking
You
good.
should be leaving because life is...
You go to the show and tell them how much weed you smoked the night before?
Yeah.
It'd be great.
Yep.
It'd be great. We got some sponsors, Jabes, that actually pay for the show to be on the air. First and foremost, ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Let's get those mattress boners on, dude. Yeah, Jabes.
Oh, yeah.
Last night, Jabes in the adjustable base in the ghost bed from ghostbed.com/Drinkin
I
Bros.
put the feet up.
So
I put the back up.
legs up. All the way up.
Yep.
So
that
great.
it feels like I'm cradled. You guys can see the picture here. It feels like I'm being cradled by a giant. And who doesn't want that?
Who doesn't want that in life? Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. They give 30% off to anybody who's a member of the military, a first responder, a teacher, or works in the government in this life. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. The rest of you dum-dums like me, you get 25% off everything in the entire store. And you get 2 free pillows with a mattress. The pillows are the goddamn best. When are the pillows getting here?
Soon.
Don't you F my beehole, dude.
It was a big box of stuff.
So what, dude? I'm a big
calm
box
down.
of stuff. You know? I want my fucking pillows, dude. I need to snug up. I need to snug up.
It's coming, bro.
As always, at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros, they got a 36-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest there. So you can apply all of these deals with that shit. So get down on it. Get wet. Lay down in the city. Watch the game tonight in the bed, man. Have some nachos in bed. If you're single, have some nachos in bed. Let your dog in there. Give him some nachos. Drink some White Claws or whatever it is. And shit, man. I think you're about to be sponsored by
shit?
I think you're about to be sponsored by a liquor company, right?
I am.
Screwball whiskey, right? Shit.
Screwball.
Drink some Screwball in the bed. I love that shit, by the way.
Yeah.
Peanut butter whiskey.
It's really
Delightful.
good.
I drink it all the time.
Chilled.
Yep.
Screwball with a K.
Jealous. I'm jealous of you.
I know.
Jealous.
It's a good one. We're getting some product to the house, even though I already have
Are you
some.
really?
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude. Yeah.
I know.
This relationship is finally paying off for us. He's getting liquor sent to the house because his wife's a little boss. That rhymes. I should be fucking praised like Caesar for that. Next up, we got StrikeForceEnergy.com.
Like I should.
Wow. Go to StrikeForceEnergy.com. If you want to be all hopped up like I am today, lasts longer than 5-hour energy, lasts 6. You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it. Since the guy from Men's Warehouse is out of a job, Strikeforce should give him a job. You're going to like the way your energy
been out of
is.
it. I tell you this all the time. He's been out of a job for over 5 years now.
Don't care, Jabes. Get him back on the scene.
They kicked him out.
He's missed. I don't care if he was grabbing a little cheek just to get through the day. Let's get him back on the air in a big suit. And a big boy suit, because that's the way it was in the 1950s when he was alive. Right? You were able to grab a cheek in the office? Not anymore. Not anymore. You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it. Go to StrikeForceEnergy.com. Tasty, tiny little tin pouch. Sugar-free, gluten-free, carb-free. Put it in your drink. Get wet. Get hard. And get going. That's great.
That is great.
That's great. That's off the cuff. That's off the cuff.
Yep.
Go to StrikeForceEnergy.com. Promo code Revolution. Get you 20% off. Jobless. We get a big night tonight. Josh is in town. It's 67 degrees is the high tonight. That's Jabe's weather.
You guys, I like to cover up.
Yeah, you do. You like
I
the
like
long
to
sleeves.
keep it covered up. You know what I
women
mean?
like it a little chilly out. We're going to have some sushi tonight and then watch the game. Does life get any better than this?
Gosh, the sushi part, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does. But one thing that's going to be missing tonight when the game turns on is the theme song. The theme song. We should call 2020 the year of the death of the white man. The white man is all done now. The theme song for fucking, 30 years at this point or something crazy? All my rowdy friends are coming over tonight. Hank Williams Jr.,
Okay.
It's... Everybody knows the goddamn song at this point, except for you.
Yeah.
Man. And so it is.
Look.
Let's just change it to
Let's
Damian
just-
Rice.
Stop pretending.
That you care. We will. Here's the deal. Hank Williams Jr. got the axe after fucking 39 years. He's all done. We're all done with, all my rowdy friends are coming over tonight.
What do you do?
I'm going to be honest with you. When that song came on, when football was on, huge gator tail where the Coke. You want to punch your grandfather in the face. You want to cunt punt somebody. Can't do it anymore. Now, we've got to check the political correctness boxes. So Hank Williams Jr. is just too racist, bro. He's white and he's racist.
Was he racist?
No, dude, he wasn't.
Maybe a little bit, huh?
Never got popped. We never know. We never know what he said behind closed doors. I don't know what he said, therefore I can't speak for him. But what boxes do you think they could check off for the new theme song? It's not going to be white.
I found out what Latinx was.
Oh, you did? What was that yesterday?
I was way off. So I thought it was like, all the Latin countries, just Latin plus.
Nope.
So it's supposed to be genderless Latino, Latina. So instead of saying...
You're kidding.
Yeah. So instead of saying Latino or Latina, they just say Latinx, non-binary.
Giorgio, go to my
Latin.
single. Just go to my single. I'm just going to go ahead and end it right now. I'm just going to fucking...
Who told me that? Somebody
I'm just going to
told
tie
me
off
that
and end
on
my
the
life right
boards.
now. Are you fucking kidding me? Is that real?
That's real.
If you're on YouTube right now, first of all, hammer the like button and then tell me if that's real. If that's real, that it is over with. This is the last show today. You can't see it. There's amazing rafters in here that's easily going to hold 225. And I'm going to be just fucking dangling from it, Bourdain style. Are you kidding me? That's what the Latinx thing was?
Yeah.
God. So not only do you
So
want
I
a
was
Latino,
giving
but they've
them-
got to be gay or trans.
Not gay, but they're saying like Latino, but you can't say Latino because it's gendered.
Oh, God.
It's gendered, so you have to say Latinx so that it covers both Latino and Latina.
It's over. I told you yesterday, I'm going to start doing hard drugs like college, and that is it, dude. If there is a cocaine dealer in Austin, Texas, we'll just do it live on the show. Rogan smokes weed. At this point, we should, if that's what Latinx stands for, we have no hope for humanity. We're living in a sim world. None of this matters anymore. None.
The other part of it I like is that you ask me a question, I just say whatever I think it is,
Yep.
and then I'll give you the real answer the next day.
Yes.
And that's the kind of hard-hitting
That's why we
guesswork.
need Josh to come and work for us.
Guesswork
because
that we're
it's-
doing on this
Jesus
show.
Christ, we need a fact checker.
It was a
behind
good
the monitor,
guess.
dude. It's crazy.
It was a good guess. Latinx, like every South,
Nope.
South America,
No, I was going Public Enemy, like
Central
Latinx.
America, Mexico, Costa Rica. You just want to be like Latinx, Latin plus.
No, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, that
You gotta
wasn't
be
right.
Genderless. You got to sew up that pussy or lop off that ding dong, and it's just you got to be a Ken doll down there. But with Hank Williams Jr., same thing. He's gone. He's out.
Mm-hmm.
So whites are dead this year. White people are canceled.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to go black, obviously, right?
Yes.
Right. Had to.
Woman?
Close.
Okay.
Gay. So black and gay.
Okay.
It's going to be Little Richard. Congratulations, everyone. We're watching Monday Night Football with Little Richard.
Is he alive?
No, he's dead. He's fucking dead, dude.
Is Hank Williams Jr. dead?
No, he's alive. And he's watching football with all his rowdy friends, listening to Little Richard.
Is Little Richard gay?
Tutti Frutti. Oh, come on, dude.
Now, I don't want to
Is there
out
anyone
him.
more gayer than Little
I don't
Richard?
want to out him. Did he come out ever?
Yes, he did.
He
dude.
officially came out?
Yeah. Come on,
Be
man.
careful. Be careful.
This is so fucking crazy. So tonight, when you're watching Pat Mahomes take the field and the world champion Kansas City Chiefs get ready for Little Richard. Yep, that's where we are. That is where we are. You might as well put BTS in the fucking opening, singing something in Japanese because we're not in America anymore. So who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, if you're gonna, here's the deal, right? If you want to cancel all white people, fine. You want to cancel Hank Williams Jr. and the Monday Night Song? Give us something that fucking rocks, dude. Throw Hendrix in there. Give us
Right.
All Along the Watchtower to start off, you know, where it's like,
Right.
God damn it, man, I want to pick up a machine gun, fire some bullets through a fucking wall.
Yeah.
Do not give us Little Richard with this bullshit, dude. I want to blow up something. Give me something, dude. Give me fucking Public Enemy to start. If you want to go militant,
Oh, yeah.
let's go Public Enemy, dude. Brother's gonna work it out. Now, if they come out to Brother's gonna work it out, I'm all in. I'll run through the goddamn fucking flat screen. Little Richard? That's who you went with?
Right.
My God, man. Might as well have Frank Ocean on there. At least have somebody black, gay, and relevant. Whereas Little Richard, he's
Right.
dead.
They should have been going down to Old Town Road.
Yeah, fuck. Yes, put Lil Nas X in there. And Billy Ray. White and black people together. Solving racism on Monday night.
Sure.
Hey, I'm going to take my horse to the Old Town Road.
Solved it. Solved it.
Then racism is solved, and we're fucking fine, dude. But Little Richard? Come on.
It is
man.
it is another case of we solved it.
Yeah. So
The white owners, the white commissioners going, don't worry, guys. We solved racism.
Yeah.
Got rid of that Hank Williams character.
yeah, all done.
And we gave you exactly what you wanted.
All done. So tonight when the game starts, if you're trying to find me on social media, you won't be able to because I'll be sucking my best friend's dick because that's where we've gone to. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you could do a Facebook Live.
Of me sucking my best friend's dick?
Suicide, but yeah.
Oh, that too. Right after I sucked his dick, I'll commit suicide. But, you know.
Did you see that?
No. The guy who offed himself on Facebook?
On Facebook
Yeah.
Live. It was taken down, but
Yeah.
then TikTok ran with it.
Yeah. They ran with it.
And it continues to be there.
Yeah. Dan and I talked about it the other day. It was a veteran.
Yeah.
And he just said, hey, man, I'm going through some shit. Popped himself. And then all the TikTok kids were like, oh, hey, let's put this up because this will get a bunch of likes and views.
And
all
it
this shit.
was not taken off of TikTok. So people are kind of like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is okay.
Yeah.
Other things will be flagged, but you can see someone kill themselves and the blood everywhere and the dog running up. And
Yep. This is a sim world we're living in. It doesn't matter. And since it doesn't, I've somehow seemed to master the gambling sim world. Everybody's asking on the message boards too. I've got the over in tonight's game, plus 54. Go over. You can bet the house on that and feel fine about it tonight. Sim world doesn't really matter anyways. This video games have been playing somewhere else. And
Sure.
I can tell you, Pat Mahomes is going to drop 5 TDs tonight. And that's what it is. Because if that's where we're at with all of this shit and then posting fucking suicides on TikTok and everything else, like, what does it really matter anymore?
yeah,
You know? You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking A.
I do.
We're here as the voice of reason, I think, right?
Meh.
You know, 1.8 million listeners. Shadow ban on YouTube. I guess because, you know, obviously we were not allowed to talk about the real world that's going on, but fuck 'em, we're going to do it anyways. All my rowdy friends are coming over tonight to suck each other's dicks for the big football game.
Right.
My God, man. My God, Jabes.
Right.
I don't want to see it. It's like if Bravo was run by a straight man. I don't want to watch that program.
Don't want to watch it.
No, you don't want to see that. It's like if there was a top chef that didn't have a tattoo of a knife on their arm. Would you watch it? No, you wouldn't.
Right.
'Cause that means they're not a real cook. Mm-hmm. What are we doing anymore, Jabes? God damn it, man.
Yeah.
Tonight, I'm going to walk in the restaurant with my mask on and then take it off as soon as I get to the table and then enjoy 900 other people sitting next to me with COVID. And we're going to pretend that fucking matters still. You know what I'm saying? Jack Mandeville was on the show yesterday he was completely shirtless and he wore a mask the entire hour and a half on Drinkin Bros yesterday.
Love it.
Subscribe if you're not already on YouTube. All of our shows are on here. We're adding new shows too. Dan and Dakota are having a new show that's going to start soon. It's great. That'll even cut through this bullshit even more. So we're amped about that. Subscribe on YouTube, and please go to iTunes and rate the show a 5-star and give it a review. It'll help move us up the charts and then get past all these other butt fucks that are on there. Who are those girls you listen to in the morning?
The Morning Toast.
Yeah. Ugh, God. Crazy, right?
What?
It's a lot of likes on that show. Like, and this is like, crazy, and it's like, and we're all like, fucking A, dude. You know? Mm-hmm. We're probably not better. They're probably on their show saying, yeah, did you listen to Ross Passion Revolution? It's just him and his wife saying fuck all the time.
Right.
Talking about her smoking weed. And, you know, we're living our best life.
Mm-hmm.
At least it's real. Shit's real around here, Japes.
Yeah.
We're real humans, real people, and we're going to go out tonight with all of our best friends and get rowdy tonight to Little Richard in the bar. So it's Let It Rip is the song, which, man, surprisingly, I don't know that song. I know every fucking song in the history of the universe, including all of the Midnight Oil catalog, but I don't know that one. Is that weird? It might be weird. Either way, Joshua, it's great to have you back in studio here. Again, you can join us at the live show. I know we said this the last couple of days on Saturday. We'll be at a bar, no mask. You can come. We'll hug you. Give a lot of handshakes. You got to go to the babysitter for a little bit, right? Is that the thing before you come to the bar?
Yeah, so I'm going to be there around 3. No need to show up before that.
Gotcha. No, we're doing a live show at 1.
I'm joking. I'm
Jade.
I'm joking.
Come on.
I'm just saying if you are coming to see me,
Yes.
a couple of you will be.
Come
no
to
need.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrots in downtown Austin. We'll be drinking all day from 1 till 6:37, somewhere in there. The game starts at 7, which we're going to. So we'll be there at the opening of the college football season. And tonight is the opening of the NFL season. James hates it, but we're back, baby. We're back. For Jessie Wiseman, a.k.a. the Jables, I am Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Little Richard.